Hello, welcome to the Formula for Transformation. This is our second lesson, the power of belief. This lesson, we're going to learn how there are hidden forces that shape our thoughts and feelings of life and the way we relate to life. This same force is the filter by which we look through life. It's like a set of glasses. How we see, we can give the glasses to somebody else and they may see completely differently. It's how we interpret and respond to the world around us. This force is our beliefs. Beliefs are hidden scripts that talk, right? That runs in our life. They determine whether we fail or succeed. A belief is something you know with absolute certainty. It's a thought that you have decided consciously or unconsciously. It's your truth. Beliefs are essentially just habits. Habits of automatically thinking in a particular way. A certain thought over time becomes a belief. Beliefs are, in effect, a story. The story that comes to define what you believe to be true and drives the behavior that creates our results where we're at today. Remember our formula from last week? Beliefs drive your thoughts drive your feelings drive your actions, and out of those actions come results. They can be positive or negative. It doesn't matter what's true necessarily. It only matters what you believe is true. So say if you have a belief that something is not possible for you, it isn't. It's not going to happen. Limiting beliefs guarantee limiting results. In order for us to transform our lives, we must first make a change at the level of our belief system. So where do our beliefs come from anyways? As you probably expect, that most pivotal beliefs are formed from significant emotional experiences. Many of them happen during childhood. The stronger the emotion, the more likely it will shape our life. At some point in our lives, something happened to us. We either accepted what someone said about us to be the truth, or we interpreted a situation in a way that confirms a limiting belief in ourselves. Then we look for evidence in the world to confirm and support our belief. Let's say my limiting belief is I'm not good enough. Fill in the blank. I'll run a scenario with you right now. I'm not good enough at helping people with soul products. I really don't know enough right now. I will go out of my way to confirm this belief. Just yesterday, Sally said she really cannot stand the taste of Vital and it's making her sick. Without asking Sally any clarifying questions, actually getting at the root of what she's saying and what she's needing, I jump right into a scenario in my head. This is all my fault. It's because I don't know enough to help her. I should have never talked her into buying any products in the first place. And now everyone is going to know I don't know what I'm doing. This can be a thought process at a matter of seconds, right? We just run down this road. Even when there's evidence all around that proves this is not true. Like the hundreds of people who have said this before. I don't like the taste of Vital. I think it's making me sick. And then they have someone who helps them through the process and they go on to discover that it has amazing health results for their life, health benefits, and it radically changes their life and their future. So these types of thought processes, whether they're positive or negative, stack up over time, creating deep-rooted beliefs about our identity. It becomes our identity. That becomes our truth. Since all beliefs are a choice, that means they can be changed. That's good news. Changing our beliefs doesn't have to be hard. It just takes awareness, desire, and practice. I'm going to ask you to put on a new set of glasses, one that allows you to see the truth within you. There are basically two different types of beliefs. Beliefs about cause, say A causes B, thus linking things together like an unhealthy thought process of I'm not enough. You saw me link all these things together without even having a conversation with the person. It's kind of predictions of the future, how we think things will go, how they'll happen. We can even turn that into, if I do a video, then I'm gonna look stupid and people aren't gonna like me. That's kind of causes. And if I share soul products with somebody, then they're gonna tell me no, and I'm not good enough. That makes me not good enough because they said no. So we kind of are scenario runners. Then the other side of that, the different types of belief. One is the belief of meaning. So we actually apply meaning when the A causes B, we apply meaning to it. So you're going to give it some type of meaning. I'll give you some examples here. So you get criticized. This means I don't have a message to give people. So we've attached meaning to that actual thing that has either been spoken or unspoken. We can attach meaning to it. And the lack of results I'm seeing when I talk to people, or my team isn't growing, this means I'm not a good enough leader. We've attached meaning to it. Everything in our life is a belief, our own interpretation of what's happening around us. Successful people simply do two things differently. They choose to envision a positive result for their future actions, and they assign different meaning to the things that happen in their life. They just have a different shade of glasses than the ones we might be wearing. In both cases, they're truth seekers. They're for really the legitimate truth, not some truth that they have just believed out of past experience. So there are basically 5 clues to limiting belief systems that we're going to get into in a lot more detail in your homework. So you want to make sure you print out your study guide and do your written homework. But here is just a kind of overview of different areas to look. You feel your power is limited. If any area of your life you feel your power is limited, that is probably a limiting belief system. You feel a deep fear or deep discomfort. What should be the simplest thing actually paralyzes you and keeps you from movement or action. That's those deep-seated fears. You are comfortable. You're good where you're at. You know, you don't need any more. You don't really want any more. You're not looking to stretch or grow. Here's the thing about that is living out of your deepest core to give your greatest gift to the world always takes discomfort. So if we're wanting to be the best version of ourselves, it's going to continue to be uncomfortable periodically, not all the time. Another clue that you might have a limiting belief is you're telling yourself stories, kind of like the scenarios I ran through earlier, those kind of stories. Or you can tell your stories, victim stories. These would be about relationships, work, spiritual life, blaming others or the circumstances on your life in a way that takes responsibility off of yourself. That would be a limiting belief, a victim limiting belief. Or you look to the distant objectives to hope you will feel better. So we think something is wrong, so we spend tons of energy, money, and time trying to fix it. And that it's just wasting energy and time in the process of trying to fix it because we're just too focused out there somewhere. And by the way, you know what, this actually steals your joy and energy in the process. Negative self-talk and limiting beliefs happen because we do not have ourselves. We don't love ourselves in a healthy way. So that comes out of the right or wrong kind of love that we have for ourselves. A foundational concept for overcoming limiting beliefs is learning to be okay with you. To do this, you must learn to deeply love and accept yourself. We cannot fully give to others what we do not first give to ourselves. It's that full cup. We have to be filled ourselves with that love and acceptance so we can give love and acceptance to others. Because if the cup is empty, there's nothing to pour into anybody else, right? You are valuable regardless of what you do or what you have. You are valuable because you're here, because you exist. There is something great within you that needs to come out. Isn't it about time you started sharing yourself with the world? You guys, I love this, the transformation, the formula for transformation, and I hope you guys are loving it too. Make sure you do your homework before you move on to lesson 3. That is our final lesson we're going to do in this together. So you guys print your homework and do it, and we'll see you in lesson 3. Thanks.